The internet froze, like someone hit pause on reality when the words tiny and hidden baby hit social media. One single leak turned Atlanta upside down and had every gossip page spinning like a washing machine on max speed. This wasn't just a rumor, this was an atomic bomb dropped right in the middle of hip-hop royalty. Even the Kardashians had to step aside for this one. Tiny, the quiet queen of composure, suddenly became the face of a secret so wild that even her own fans didn't know what to believe. A baby nobody knew existed, a timeline that doesn't add up, and a trail of deleted posts that smell like panic. Everyone's asking the same question: how long has this been hidden, and why now? T.I., the man who built his entire image around control, completely lost it. Reports say he's pacing halls, snapping at calls, and demanding answers like he's interrogating suspects in a rap verse. The power couple of Atlanta just got hit with a scandal that could shake their empire to its core. Screenshots are spreading. Interviews are being dissected, and fans are connecting clues faster than detectives on a Netflix crime doc. And if even half of what's circulating online is true, Tiny might have just rewritten the entire Harris family narrative. One baby at a time. Welcome to the scandal they tried to bury, but the internet refused to forget. Because in this game, secrets don't stay secrets, they trend. It started like any other Tuesday in Atlanta.com, humid and gossip-free, until one cryptic post flipped the city on its head. A soft baby hand, a pink blanket, and a caption that said, "Some blessings don't need announcements." The post disappeared in minutes, but the screenshots lived forever. Fans froze. That wasn't just any hand. The bracelet on that tiny wrist matched the one Tiny wore back in 2021. The internet detectives clocked in immediately. TikTok analysts, Twitter theorists, Reddit archivists, everyone had a magnifying glass out. People were connecting timelines, baby showers, and past interviews like they were building a federal case. Someone found a clip where Tiny went quiet when asked about future family plans. Someone else noticed how T.I. avoided the topic completely in a 2022 podcast. Suddenly, the silence looked suspicious. What started as whispers became headlines. Did Tiny have a secret baby? Flooded every feed. The Shade Room reposted it. Hollywood Unlocked dropped exclusive sources. And even blogs in the UK jumped in like they personally knew the Harris family. This wasn't gossip anymore. It was a full-blown digital investigation. Everyone wanted answers, and nobody trusted the silence. T.I. wasn't ready for this type of chaos. The man who always had something to say suddenly said nothing. No clever quotes, no PR-friendly posts, no podcast rants. Just quiet. But behind that silence was fury. Word spread that he was confronting people, calling friends, even questioning his own inner circle. To the world, he was the confident king of ATL. But privately, here's a storm. Insiders claimed Tiny had kept the situation private for personal reasons. Others said, I wasn't supposed to find out this way. One friend allegedly told a blogger she wanted peace, not press. But peace doesn't trend. And once fans smelled a secret, the story grew legs, wings, and a private jet. Everyone online became an expert in baby math, calculating due dates, comparing old pictures, and timing interviews down to the minute. Clips resurfaced from Tiny's reality show where she looked tired, emotional, and unusually withdrawn. Fans swore those were pregnancy eyes. TikTok hashtags like #TinyBabyMystery and #HiddenHarris started racking up millions of views. One viral post claimed the Harris family might be the new royal scandal of hip-hop. And let's be honest, they weren't wrong. By the third day, the internet had exploded. Old friends of the family started dropping cryptic quotes. It's like truth always finds daylight and everything done in private comes to light. That's influencer code for something's real, but I'm not saying it directly. People started tagging T.I. in every comment section. Bro, what's going on? You got another kid or what? We need answers ASAP. But instead of clearing things up, T.I. doubled down on silence until he didn't. That's when the meltdown happened. He went live one night, sitting in his car, clearly heated. "Y'all don't know what y'all talking about," he snapped. "Ain't no secret, ain't no baby, and ain't none of y'all paying my bills." The live lasted 5 minutes, just long enough for the internet to record every second. The backlash was instant. Viewers said he looked guilty, defensive, and stressed. One tweet read, "You know it's bad when T.I. uses 3 double negatives in one sentence." The memes rolled in. Someone edited his live with dramatic background music and titled it the Lie Detector episode. Even celebrities couldn't resist. Tamar Braxton posted a popcorn emoji, and 50 Cent, never one to miss a shot, commented, "Looks like somebody's family show needs a new season." Meanwhile, Tiny was silent. Not a post, not a comment, not even a like. That silence was louder than any statement. Fans speculated she was watching the chaos unfold from the shadows, sipping tea with her phone on airplane mode. Because when everyone's screaming your name, silence becomes power. The deeper fans dug, the crazier it got. Someone uncovered an old baby registry linked to an alias that matched Tiny's middle name. Another found a hospital record from a private clinic in Georgia. Of course, nothing was confirmed, but since when has that stopped the internet? Theories started multiplying like TikTok dances. Some said she was protecting her child from fame. Others whispered she didn't want to risk her marriage collapsing under the pressure. But no one expected what came next. A supposed friend of the family went on a podcast and dropped verbal bombs. She claimed everybody in their circle knew. It just wasn't for the public. She hinted that Tiny had been through a personal storm and didn't want media eyes involved. That single clip hit 1 million views overnight. And once that went viral, there was no going back. The world had already decided its narrative. Some fans turned protective, saying Tiny had every right to keep her motherhood private. Others accused her of deception, arguing the public had a right to know since she built her brand on family transparency. The debate split social media down the middle. It was loyalty versus curiosity, privacy versus publicity, and everyone was picking sides. In the middle of that chaos, T.I. started losing control. Reports said he was calling PR teams, trying to shut down blog stories, even threatening legal action. But the internet doesn't delete, it multiplies. Every takedown request just made fans more suspicious. And every no comment looked like confirmation. Then came the wildest twist, a supposed voice memo leaked online. It was allegedly Tiny, softly talking about protecting her peace and doing what's right for her baby. The audio was blurry, low quality, and probably fake, but that didn't matter. The internet had already crowned it proof. Within hours, hashtags like #TinySpeaks and #HiddenBabyTruth started trending worldwide. T.I. reportedly went nuclear after that. Insiders claimed he confronted people, accusing friends of betrayal and demanding to know who leaked it. Some said he even canceled appearances, refusing to show face while the chaos raged. Fans began speculating about separation, emotional breakdowns, even lawyers being called. It was like watching a reality show unfold in real life, only this time, no producers could cut the cameras. The tension reached its peak when paparazzi caught T.I. and Tiny in separate cars, leaving a studio in total silence. No smiles, no waves, just tight faces and dark shades. That single photo became headline material. Every outlet spun it differently. Some said Tiny and T.I. split after hidden baby drama. Others claimed couples seen avoiding each other after viral leak. Whatever the truth was, the image said it all. Something had cracked Dot through all the noise. One thing became clear, this wasn't just a scandal. It was an implosion of privacy, trust, and image. The Harris family had built their empire on authenticity, but one secret shattered that illusion overnight. The story wasn't about a baby anymore, it was about control, exposure, and survival in the age of social media where nothing stays buried. As the week dragged on, the memes got crueler, the posts got louder, and the silence from both sides got heavier. Fans waited for a statement, but none came. Just whispers, reposts, and speculation. The internet doesn't move on from stories like this. It archives them. What makes this even wilder is how fast everything escalated. In less than a week, a single photo transformed into a global debate, a family rift, and possibly the most shocking twist in ATL celebrity history. Whether truth or rumor, showed one brutal fact: fame and secrecy can't coexist, and that's the real storm beneath the headline. A reminder that every glamorous life hides a shadow. And when that shadow leaks, the internet becomes the courtroom. The internet didn't just react, it erupted. What started as whispers turned into a cultural earthquake. Everyone from YouTubers to morning talk hosts had something to say. Twitter threads became novels, TikToks became documentaries, and Reddit turned into a digital crime lab. Each person believed they had the missing piece of the puzzle. And the theories kept getting wilder by the hour. Some fans insisted this was all part of an elaborate PR stunt. They claimed Tiny and T.I. were cooking up a new reality series, and the hidden baby storyline was the perfect hook. Others swore this was no stunt. This was real-life heartbreak wrapped in celebrity chaos. People dug into every past moment like forensic detectives of fame, replaying old episodes, catching micro-expressions, and over-analyzing lyrics from T.I.'s songs like they were secret confessions. By this point, the memes were unstoppable. One viral post said, "I got 24 problems, and a baby might be one." Another read, "Tiny hid a baby longer than Marvel hid the Avengers script." The internet couldn't help itself. Tragedy and humor had officially merged. Fans were laughing, crying, and theorizing all at once. Then came the celebrity reactions. Candy Burus liked a post but quickly unliked it too late. Screenshots existed. Tamar Braxton commented a single, while 50 Cent reposted a meme of T.I. yelling with a caption. ATL secrets hit different. Even Nick Cannon made a joke about it on his radio show, saying, "Man, if there's a hidden baby, I gotta respect that privacy game." The shade was real, and the entertainment industry was feasting. T.I. tried to reclaim control by posting a cryptic message on his story. The truth don't need approval, only patience. But instead of calming things down, it poured gasoline on the fire. Fans flooded his comments asking, "So what's the truth? Who's the baby? Are you okay?" The man couldn't post a lyric without someone dissecting it. The public had officially turned into his personal jury. Meanwhile, Tiny's silence was working like magic. The less she said, the more mysterious she became. Fans started calling her the Beyoncé of scandals, because not responding was her superpower. People admired her composure while simultaneously losing their minds over her quiet confidence. Every old photo she posted became a clue. Every caption was analyzed like code. The pressure on T.I. reached boiling point. Insiders claimed he exploded during a studio session, shouting that people were playing with his legacy. Others said he called his PR team demanding a public takedown of all false narratives. But how do you erase a viral story when it's living rent-free in everyone's mind? The more he tried to shut it down, the louder it echoed. Then came the supposed exclusive interview from a woman claiming to have seen the baby. She didn't reveal names, but her description matched everything fans were speculating. "Beautiful little thing," she said. "Looks just like her mama." Within an hour, the clip had over 1 million views, and social media crowned her the witness of the year. The chaos was no longer containable. Public opinion turned into a digital civil war. Some defended Tiny like she was family. "She's been through enough, let her live," they said. Others were ruthless. "You can't build a brand on family and then hide one," they argued. The Harris empire that once represented unity was now split down the middle. Podcasters couldn't resist diving in. One viral show titled their episode T.I. and Tiny, "Love, Lies, and Lullabies." Another went deeper, calling it the ATL secret that broke the internet. Every clip went viral. Viewers loved it because it had everything: love, betrayal, mystery, and fame. It wasn't just gossip. It was entertainment gold. Then, As if the drama wasn't loud enough, someone leaked alleged court papers involving confidential family matters. The document wasn't confirmed to be real, but that didn't stop blogs from posting it everywhere. T.I.'s team called it fake, but fans didn't care. They zoomed in, highlighted lines, and drew conclusions that made tabloids scream. The phrase "T.I. loses control" became the headline of the week. Reports of shouting matches, canceled appearances, and social media blackouts filled every gossip feed. One source claimed he told his friends they'd trying to make me the villain in my own house. But by that point, the narrative had already escaped him. Fans began comparing the scandal to iconic celebrity meltdowns, Kanye's outbursts, Will Smith's Oscar moment, and even Jay-Z's elevator fiasco. Every generation gets its own family drama. One post read, "This is ours." Another fan said, "This is a TL's royal scandal, and I can't look away." The internet was addicted, and nothing could stop the feed. Meanwhile, some people tried to redirect the story towards sympathy. A few insiders hinted that Tiny had been going through emotional struggles, and that the situation wasn't as black and white as the blogs made it. That added a new layer to the story. Now fans felt torn between outrage and compassion. The emotional chaos deepened just when things seemed to calm. Another twist exploded. A new Instagram account surfaced claiming to speak for the truth. The account posted blurred photos, voice clips, and captions like, "He knows the truth but won't say it." Everyone assumed it was connected to the Harris Circle. Within 24 hours, it gained 300,000 followers. The internet was officially in a chokehold. T.I. responded indirectly, writing, "When people can't ruin your reputation, they'll create one for you." This was meant to sound profound, but fans dragged him for it. "Sir, just say who the baby is and go." One comment read. The man couldn't win. His brand of confidence looked like defensiveness, and his silence looked like guilt. Through all this, the memes got darker, the theories got wilder, and public curiosity refused to die. Every move Tiny made was headline material. She could post a Bible verse and fans would say it was about forgiveness. She could post a selfie and the comments would read, "Is that the baby's room behind you?" Privacy no longer existed. The story evolved into something much bigger than one family. It became a reflection of how social media can twist truth into theater. Everyone watching felt like they were part of the saga, choosing sides, spreading screenshots, debating timelines. The Harris scandal wasn't just viral, it was cultural currency. Some fans even organized truth threads where they tried to solve the mystery collectively, complete with charts, screenshots, and time-stamped receipts. It was digital detective work on a global scale. The obsession was unreal. As the days passed, the situation turned darker. Rumors of T.I. and Tiny living separately began to surface. TMZ allegedly spotted moving trucks near one of their homes. Whether true or not, it fed the narrative that their empire was cracking. The couple who once symbolized Southern success now symbolized celebrity implosion. Public sympathy began shifting toward Tiny. Her calmness, her silence, her refusal to engage, it all made her look composed and misunderstood. People started calling her the Queen of Quiet Power. Hashtags like #ProtectTiny began trending, and for the first time the internet softened. But that didn't save T.I. from the storm. The man who once lectured the world about family values was now being dragged for hypocrisy. Comment sections became digital battlegrounds filled with lines like, "So much for family hustle, and guess that reality show wasn't so real." His entire brand was unraveling in front of millions. Even mainstream outlets joined the frenzy. Morning shows debated the morality of hiding a child in the public eye. Talk shows dissected the timeline like historians analyzing a lost scroll. Everyone wanted to be the first to say they solved it, but beneath all the headlines and hashtags, one truth stood out. Nobody really knew what was real anymore. The facts were buried under so much noise that even the people involved probably couldn't recognize the original story. Yet the internet didn't care. In the court of social media, perception is reality. And the verdict was already trending. By the time the dust began to settle, the damage was done. What started as one mysterious post had spiraled into the biggest family scandal Atlanta had seen in years. Every headline screamed the same message: T.I. and Tiny torn apart by secrets. The empire that once symbolized love, loyalty, and hustle was now the internet's favorite train wreck. The silence from both sides was deafening. But the noise online was impossible to escape. Paparazzi hunted every corner of the city. One blurry photo of Tiny in sunglasses at a grocery store turned into a 10-minute segment on entertainment news. People analyzed her outfit, her body language, even the way she held her phone. She looks tired. She looks calm. It looks like she knows something. Everyone had a theory, and every theory became content. The world had turned their personal life into an open-air courtroom. T.I., on the other hand, was trying to rebuild his image one quote at a time. He dropped cryptic lines on Instagram about loyalty, trust, and knowing who's real when things go wrong. Fans weren't buying it. His every word sounded like damage control, not confession. For a man who prided himself on intellect, he suddenly looked lost. Public sympathy was nowhere to be found. And the once untouchable king of Atlanta had turned into a trending cautionary tale. Behind closed doors, insiders whispered about tension so thick it could be felt through the walls. Meetings were canceled, brand deals paused, and friends distanced themselves to avoid the splash zone. Everyone in their circle knew this wasn't just a scandal, it was a fracture. And the longer it went unaddressed, the deeper it got. Fans began questioning whether the entire Harris legacy was built on illusion. The reality show, the perfect couple brand, the speeches about family, all of it started to look like PR theater. People revisited old episodes, finding irony in every "we've been through everything" quote. It wasn't just gossip anymore. It was public disillusionment. The internet had fallen out of love with its favorite couple. Then came the most unexpected moment. Tiny broke her silence. No dramatic video, no interview, just a calm late-night post. Everything isn't meant for everybody. Protecting peace is still protecting truth. 10 words. That's all it took. 10 words. That's all it took. The post broke the internet in half. Fans praised her strength, calling her a real woman. Critics said it was too vague. But in one move, Tiny regained control of the narrative without saying a single name. That's the kind of silence that screams louder than any statement. T.I. reacted the next morning with a quote repost that said, "When people play the victim, remember who created the mess." And just like that, round 2 of chaos began. The internet lit up again. Every outlet interpreted it differently. T.I. throws shade. T.I. fires back. T.I. still in denial. The man couldn't catch a break, and Tiny's calmness made his anger look even worse. It was chess, not checkers, and Tiny had clearly learned how to play by now. Fans weren't just watching, they were invested. This wasn't celebrity gossip anymore. This was a serialized drama with new episodes dropping daily. Comment sections turned into therapy groups. "This feels personal," one user wrote. "I've been Tiny before," another said. Everyone saw themselves in the story, which made it spread even faster. The Harris family wasn't just trending. They were teaching the internet a lesson in how fame eats privacy alive. Brands started quietly backing away. Rumors said a major partnership deal paused until clarity is restored. The couple's joint appearances were canceled without explanation. The empire that once thrived on togetherness was crumbling under speculation. It was like watching royalty fall slow, painful, and public. The same fans who once celebrated their love now shared memes of their downfall. That's how fast admiration turns to mockery in this era. Meanwhile, YouTube channels exploded with inside sources. Everyone had exclusive audio, private DMs, and never-before-seen clips. 90% of it was fake, but nobody cared. The truth didn't matter anymore. The entertainment did. Every video title had the same bait: hidden baby confirmed. Or T.I. finally admits everything. The clicks were endless, and the drama became digital currency. Even major rappers started dropping sly references. One verse went, "Keep your family off the blogs. It's a death trap." Another artist posted, "Loyalty ain't loyalty if it's trending." It was clear the story had crossed from gossip to culture. Everyone had an opinion, and everyone was milking it for engagement. Through it all, Tiny's quiet composure turned her into an accidental icon. She didn't rant, didn't fold, didn't explain, she just existed. That kind of stillness unnerves people. Fans began calling her Atlanta's silent storm. The narrative flipped. What was once scandal became sympathy. What was once suspicion became respect. The same internet that dragged her was now defending her. As for T.I., every move he made backfired. He tried dropping a freestyle addressing lies in the media, but the internet roasted him for it. This man dropped bars instead of apologies, one tweet joked. His own fans told him to log off and love his family. Every attempt to control the story only reminded people that he'd already lost it. Weeks later, the storm finally began to fade. The blogs moved on, the hashtag slowed, but the damage remained. The Harris name would never sound the same again. Every mention carried a shadow, a reminder of the scandal that cracked the crown. But as the smoke cleared, something shifted. The couple was spotted together again, walking quietly into an event. No smiles, but no hostility either. It was awkward, tense, but symbolic. The world had seen their worst, and somehow they were still standing. Fans flooded the comments with confusion. Are they back together? Was it all a misunderstanding? Did we overreact? The same people who tore them apart now wanted closure. But that's the thing about fame. There's no ending, just pauses between the next headline. Whether the baby existed or not had become irrelevant. What mattered was how easily truth had been replaced by perception. By the end, the moral of the story hit hard. Secrets might protect you for a while, but once the internet finds a crack, it'll turn whispers into wars. Tiny's silence became her armor, and T.I.'s anger became his undoing. The world got its entertainment, but the cost was real. Trust shattered, reputations scarred, and a love story rewritten by hashtags. This scandal proved one brutal truth. Fame doesn't destroy people, exposure does. The moment your private life becomes public property, you stop owning your own story. The Harris family learned that lesson the hard way. Whether they rebuild or fade out, the internet will always remember them as the couple who tried to hide a chapter and ended up publishing the whole book. And just like that, the chaos that began with one mysterious post turned into an empire-shaking saga. A story that showed the world how fragile image really is. The curtain fell, but the whisper stayed. Because in celebrity culture, endings don't exist, only sequels waiting to drop. So, what did we just witness? A love story turned courtroom. A power couple turned headline. And a secret so wild it made Hollywood look tame. One minute, it's all family goals. Next minute, it's baby math, leaked audios, and emotional warfare in the group chat. This is what happens when fame and privacy try to share the same house. Eventually, one of them moves out. But here's the thing. No matter how loud the drama gets, the truth always whispers through. Maybe Tiny was protecting her peace. Maybe T.I. was protecting his pride. Or maybe, just maybe, this whole story shows that even in the spotlight, nobody's safe from secrets, screenshots, and speculation. The internet built the empire, and the internet tore it down. And while the world argues over timelines, somewhere behind those tinted windows, the Harris family is learning what every celebrity eventually realizes: once your business hits the algorithm, you don't own it anymore. So before you scroll to the next scandal, remember this: what's hidden will trend. What's denied will go viral, and what's private will always find its way to the timeline. That's not karma. That's the culture we live in. Now, go ahead, drop your wildest theory in the comments. Was it real? Was it fake? Was this all one giant ATL illusion? Smash that like button like it owes you money. And subscribe, because we don't chase tea, we spill it boiling hot. Stay tuned, because around here, the truth doesn't hide for long. It just waits for its next viral leak. This is Expose Express, where secrets don't survive, they trend.